My God. That was a bit more hype than I thought it was going to be even. But hi, good evening, everybody. How are we? This feels weird being over here. I don't know how it looks, how the quality is, but hi. Doesn't it feel strange? Jeremy, look at you zipping straight on in though. But good evening. I was late because I'm playing... no worries, dude. No, you're all good. You're all good. You're all good. I was late. I beg your pardon. The only reason I was late is because I was trying to figure out YouTube. I was trying to figure out how this stuff works. I think I got it. Hopefully. The title is probably a bit weird in the description. I don't really know what I'm doing. But it's the first, as I say, hopefully of many. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Community tab, automated filters tab, moderate box. Okie dokie, thank you. Right, so I'm in YouTube Studio right now. I believe. Or am I? Wait. Am I? Open YouTube Studio from left. Yeah, so I'm in YouTube Studio now. Community. Wait, no, that's a lie. I did do this. I did it already. I did it once before. I did it for Jessie, I think. Because I knew she was following the channel already, so I did it for her real quick. Wait, so where is it? Moderation. Good evening, Bobbles. How's it going, my dude? How are we? He was following for longer? Wait, is he already following as well? Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Wait, I know it's probably there. I've probably seen it already. Actually, wait, that's a lie. I haven't done it. What am I talking about? I have not done Jessie at all. I know who I did. I did Nightbot. I did Nightbot, not yourself. Not your fine self. Let me change that. Let me change that. Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks, Bubbles. I'm not bad at all, thanks, my dude. Not bad. No skill. Jeremy, you are about to become a moderator. And I'm pretty sure I did it. Oh, I didn't do it for Jessie. Wait, so you should be a moderator now. Compare Jessie to a bot? I mean, is that not wrong, right? She's a bot, but in a good way. In a good way, she's a beast. Also, by the way, I have no idea how much of a delay there is. I have no idea. Grounded tag, good evening. Hello, how are we? I'm aware as well, by the way, I might get quite a few new people over here. I say quite a few. We're going to get new people, potentially, or names that I'm just not going to recognize. So the only thing I will be aware is, obviously, if you are new, please do let me know if you're not somebody that I already know of. And then I can introduce myself and what we're about. But obviously, Grounded Tech, good evening. How are we? How are we? That's a face I recognize. I've just been to the channel. Hi. I've just seen who it is. Hello. It is. I've just seen. I couldn't see from the picture. It was a little small. How you doing, Eggsy? You good? It's been a hot minute. How have you been keeping? How have you been keeping? Just got a message. You're a moderator for this channel. Ah, there you go. So it does appear. Okay. I genuinely don't know how, like I said, I don't know how this stuff works. I'm getting there. But like I say, hopefully we can figure it out together. If not, and hopefully you guys will be kind enough to me for the time being to to let me know if things are going borkin. Like I say, I know this thing up here. This is all set for YouTube. Not YouTube, Twitch still at the moment. I was trying to figure a way of doing it, but I just didn't get time to change it all to YouTube. So I was planning on having the chat and everything all here as it would have been normally, but it didn't do the thing. I just didn't get a chance to do it. I know it's possible. It'd be good. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm not too bad at all. Been keeping busy. Had a busy day at work again today. Finishing off some stuff potentially that again I'm not allowed to tell you guys about just yet. But again, once it is all revealed, it will be good. I promise. It's worth it. Oh, I appreciate that, dude. Honestly, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it, Exy. Appreciate it, my dude. Let me do the same. I actually wasn't aware you were doing the YouTubes and things and stuffs. There we go. I see you have a Pixel 3 as well. Wait, Pixel 3? No, it's a Pixel. Pixel 6 even, beg your pardon. It was Tech 3. Tech 3. It was the thing that I did not see originally. But yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I hope life is treating you well. And Bobbles, what are you up to this evening, my dude? What are you up to? Ashley, good evening. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are we? Wish Ashley could tell me the work secrets and I'll tell you something random. I don't know how that's a fair deal, though, because that's something random could be like, did you know chickens lay eggs? Technically, that's random, but it's not useful. That's a bot? Oh, is it? Ah, okay. You're gonna have to let me know these things because I would not know. I will not know. But I appreciated the Bubbles. It changes that completely this time. Yeah, that's fair, dude. Honestly, like say it's fair. Like I'm still obviously doing the Twitchy stuff as well because I'm enjoying that. But I obviously wanted to do more tech-based content. I just felt like YouTube was the place to start it more. So I know I technically did the first tech stream not on YouTube. I did it on Twitch. But that was because I didn't have YouTube set up yet because I didn't realize you have to wait 24 hours to stream and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I can do it over here, do shorts and stuff and all that kind of thing. It just seems to kind of maybe make a little bit more sense. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I say, so far, everything seems to be going smoothly. I just need to make sure I've got everything set up so it's more dynamic to be as it should be for YouTube, you know. The only thing I realize I've now done is I've technically lost I've lost things. Wait, here we go. This is what I wanted. There it is. There we go. I think I found it. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find the stuff that I could do where I could change things again on my live stream. I had it all up so it was in like moderator mode and I don't know where that is now. I've kind of lost it. Do I just go into the going live bit and I'm already live? I don't know. I think I broke it. I know right now. I'm already live. Look, what are you doing? YouTube, not helpful. I'll figure it out. It's fine. I'll figure it out. I can still see you guys for the minute. It's all good. I can still see the chat as well. Is there a way I can get a pop-out chat? There is. Beautiful. Pop-out chat. Good. Right, get up there. Get up there. Tiny, though. Very small. It's very small. And we do definitely have YouTube safe mode on as well for music. So that's good. That's good. We're getting there. And you can have I can ask for likes. This is true. Likes and subscribes. And the notifications and all that stuff. Is that something that I'm gonna have to get that into my brain noodle, aren't I? That's gonna be a weird one. That's gonna be a weird one. 25 thing was catches. Yeah, it really caught me off guard. Like it genuinely properly got me because I was just expecting to be able to do it, and I was like, it'll be fine, right? And then because I did it late in the evening, I was like, we got this, and then it just didn't go well because I just forgot that. Well, I say forgot. I didn't realize. So I had to, I think I did it at like 11 o'clock at night the day before. So I could have done a late stream on YouTube, but I didn't because me. Yeah, the layout is interesting. It's not bad. It's just different to what we're used to, I suppose, right? I think that's the main thing. And Eggsy, I appreciate it, my dude. I appreciate it, man. I very much do. Let me do the things that I was going to do. So let's move you. I'm trying to figure out if I can still have it roughly in the same layout as I have it on Twitch. I'm pretty sure I can, actually. I should be able to. So let's get you over there. That's fine. That's good. I feel like somehow, I don't know how I can do it, but I feel like I need to let people know on on Twitch. So I'm just like, I'm not there tonight. I'm not over there. Just in case there are people that might be wondering. We've got it in Discord. We've got it on Twitter. That'd be right. How's the stream stuff been learned? I've been looking on your stream sometimes. It's been going fine, honestly. Like, so things are, since obviously everything went to pup with Mixer, things have been interesting on Twitch, but it's fine. Like I say, especially now with now I've moved and having to juggle a more full-time job and everything like that, I don't have as much time to stream anymore. So I now only have 3 days a week to stream instead of the, what was it, 5? No, it's 4 days, but 5 streams a week. So it's now just gone down to 3 streams a week, one of which will be here for a bit anyway. The only downside is once Pokemon comes out, I feel like the tech streams might get a bit more spark. Like, I might miss a tech stream. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But like I said, the job is very much what I'm enjoying doing at the minute as well. Because I now work for Fierce PC, and I do custom builds and water cooling and stuff there. So that's good fun. Still got that Avenger stream to do. I mean, you mean the one that I did last week? I try to get used to it. You take it, dump it in the bin. Oh god, really? Is it that? I did the one I wanted to. I did do one. To be fair, I did say I would do a stream. I never mentioned that I would do more than one. Technically. Big brain moves. Or is it big brain? It's not big brain. It's definitely not big brain. But it's fine. It is what it is. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. You know, Miss Avengers bottom of duty stay. See, I appreciate that, my dude. I appreciate it. It like I say, it will be a thing. It will be a thing that I will do it at some point. I think it's just going to depend very much on timing. As I say, it's a difficult one because just because of Pokemon and Destiny as well coming out very soon-ish. I say so very soon. It's like 2 weeks, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh my god, it's not even that. It's a week Friday. Ah. Oh god. It'll be fine. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Be alright. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. That'll be good. I feel like I never know how long to leave it before I start talking about the main topic at hand. I'm getting all the notifications. There we go. One thing I can do as well that might be a bit random if you didn't see the last tech stream, but I got some aluminium so I can finally machine the little back plates for the RAM. I'm gonna do that. I was gonna do it on my machine at home, but I need to upgrade it, which is gonna cost a bit of money. We'll see how finances go this month and next month. We'll see. But that's not something that's going to be a quick process. So I've asked very kindly if I can use the router at work. And like, I guess it's one of those things where I can, but I have to finish what I'm doing for work first, because that takes priority, rightly so. So it's going to be a couple of days. I should be able to finish what I'm machining tomorrow, I hope. So the day after will be the day where I can hopefully machine some aluminium. It'll be very, very noisy and annoy all my colleagues. So I'll say it now. Apologies in advance if any of them see this and they're about to get noisiness in a couple of days. You never know. Good evening, Croc. How's it going, my dude? Start when you want. That's very true with YouTube scroll back. That is very true. I forget that that's a thing here. Honestly, I forget that that's a thing. Which, honestly, immediately already makes it sound appealing. Because it's like, hey, you missed something earlier on. Oh, yeah, it's no fine. It's no biggie. Just go back and watch it. I mean, I guess I guess technically you can do that on Twitch, but you have to wait till it's finished. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. I think, like I said, I think once I get used to the features that are over here, I think it will be pretty cool. I think I just need to fully invest some time in and like sink my head into it, or sink my teeth into it and get my head around it and just do it. And actually like finally look at everything and do the stuff and the things. My eyebrows are going crazy. But yeah, and make sure I know how I can use it all to the max. Because I've already got some stuff that I feel like I want to be able to do with shorts and stuff afterwards. For certainly this kind of techie content and that sort of stuff. There was progress on the page. That's very true. That is very true. Oh wait, can you? Wait, you can actually do that on Twitch? I don't know why I read that as if I knew about that. I didn't. I didn't know that was a thing. You're all for that content? See, this is the thing. This is what I need to, like, part of it is getting into the mindset of doing it. Because like I say, I don't know why, for some reason, it's not as if it wasn't doing what I would normally be doing, but like going live on YouTube tonight felt, I had to like kind of like pump myself up for it. I'm like, this is going to be different, but it's also not. Because like, I know this stuff. I've been doing it for a while, but it's a different platform. I was like, why do I feel nervous? I honestly don't know. It was strange. It was very strange. It was very strange. Games and stays don't interest you much? I mean, that's fair. That's fair enough. Like I said, I mean, I'm still gaming a fair bit because I mean, I would be doing it in my spare time regardless. So I still do it for the stream side of it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to stop that anytime soon. I have no plans to, any very least, anyway. Because it's the sort of thing where I love, again, I always love playing games, and if I can share the experience with people, because I would be talking about it with people afterwards anyway, and if I can talk to you guys directly whilst it's happening, I mean, that still sounds pretty good to me. But at the same time, I wanted to do this because tech is what I do in my spare time and now what I do for my job. So like, and I wanted to share these kind of weird and wonderful ideas. Like I wanted to share this. I wanted to share Nemo more and do more with it, but I just didn't, I couldn't get it to work for some reason. And I just didn't, I don't know why. I didn't feel like it was right to do it at the time. I didn't feel right, but Nemo Mark II, Nemo 2.0 is definitely something I want to share with you guys. And technically I'm sharing parts of it already. So the RGB RAM that we're making is going in it. So is this GPU, which you'll see what I mean about the weirdness of it soon when I show it to you guys. It is a strange GPU. I've shown some of you already, but it is a funky one. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's weird though, isn't it? It's a strange feeling. I know what you mean. It is a strange one. And it takes a while to click on. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that, Croc. Why do YouTube allow treat like no pressure situation on the same? This is true. This is true. And I feel like as well, part of me, I like to actually film a YouTube video. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I could necessarily write a script and easily follow a script at the moment on YouTube. I know, again, that might change if I do it more. But I feel like I find it harder to do recorded stuff, even though I want to do it. I need to get myself trained to doing it, and that's going to take time. Like live like this, I can just verbal diarrhea all the time, like that's no problem, and just have fun talking. But I think recording, I find it harder. I find it much harder. Yeah, exactly, Bob. That's the thing. I know I just need to sit down and do it, but it's finding the time for me to sit down and do it. That's where I'm struggling. I just need to do it and find the time to sit and do it and find the right mindset to do it, because I know I'll get frustrated with myself. That's the thing. You'd like to have PC again someday soon? Oh, dude, wait, have you had to get rid of your PC? I mean, it's one of those things where eventually you'll be able to rebuild it. But like I said, at the moment, the annoying thing right now is it's definitely not a buyer's market for PCs, unfortunately, unless like to build your own. Like, it's a buyer's market in the sense that you can get the stuff, but you have to be prepared to buy a pre-built one to actually get the products most of the time. Twitch and YouTube without affecting the core Twitch content. This is very true. This is very true, Croc, as well. You have to force yourself. Yeah, I feel like I know I'm gonna have to force myself eventually. I know I am. It's just, yeah, as I say, just doing it, innit? Ask people the hacks too. Yeah, I know I need to sit down. I might pester you at some point, Bob. I might pester you at some point. Just like when you made the switch from YouTube streaming. Oh, right, wait, so... Wait, Eggsy, did you stream before you were on... did you do YouTube before you were on Mixer as well? I should know this. I should know this. It's not like I haven't known you for a while at this point. I should know this already. I stream shorter than half news of time. Yeah, true. Because I think usually quite often when I'm in the mindset to stream, I probably would be in the more of a mindset to make YouTube stuff. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, like I say, I need to find an evening. Maybe Saturday could be the day, because I know Saturday is my day off, kind of. Where I just do whatever in the day, but that's in the day. So the evening, unless I'm going out somewhere or socializing, which at this moment in time, the way the climate is, probably not going to happen anytime soon. I might just do that on Saturday evening and try and do it then. Yeah. You're on laptop now? I mean, laptops nowadays are beasts, dude. Honestly, like I know some people that have laptops that are more like, depending, if you have a more modern laptop than my PC, you can guarantee your laptop is way more powerful than my PC. And my PC is huge. It's a chungus, and I want to get rid of the chungus. I want to make it smaller. I'm aware I'm looking at the PC right now. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't necessarily make much sense. No, you won't. You say pester me, but you won't. I might. I want to. And again, you know what I'm like, though. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. I don't do it because I don't want to. It's because I feel bad. Your new one is dirty powerful. Wait, is that the one? Is that the one I know of? A gaming channel with a friend. Oh. I went to that from Beam. No, fair, dude, fair. I mean, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not going to pry. But like, how come? Like, did they just delete it randomly one day, or like? I also don't know how I necessarily do the moderator things. How do I ban somebody? Does it put them in timeout? Oh, well, they've been doubly timed out now. Oh, the laptop you're on about. You're on the laptop. Sorry. Yeah. The laptop. No, I didn't know about that one. Yeah. I remember you asking me about that. Oh, so it's hide from the channel. Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. I'll see you doing the things. Yeah, the Gigabyte Aero range is really nice. Honestly, like the Gigabyte, like some of the stuff that they do, like the Aero motherboards. Oh, they're so nice. They're so nice. Because their creator range is nice enough, let alone the Aero stuff. The Vision, not creator. Yeah, the Gigabyte Vision stuff is really good. It's really good. Trying to change the chat to all live chats. Anything? Oh, really? Wait, to all live chat. So how do I do that? Oh, so at the moment it says top chat, and then is it live chat? I'm guessing all messages are visible. Is that what I need? Okay, right. I got it on there now. I've got it on there now. I'm okay for a bit. No worries, dude. No worries. Oh, Jesus. That's not good, dude. Hopefully, well, like I say, as long as you caught it. Now you've caught it. That's good. That's good. I still don't understand why people hack stuff. It's just dumb. Hacking like a social media channel and that kind of stuff. Just don't bother. Like, yeah. Don't know, it's maybe not in the office. I can imagine. Like, if you can just sit on the sofa and do things, it's got to be nice. I mean, obviously, sitting on the sofa and editing on a laptop isn't going to be easy, but tis a thing, right? Tis a thing. I need to do that. I want to see if that works. That's good though, dude. At least you caught it quickly, because it could have been way worse. So they didn't post anything, did they? They didn't do the things and the stuffs and the nastiness. I need to check. Oop! I need to check something real quick. Is it there? It is not there. Or you're gonna get like infinite me's. 2 seconds. There we go. Why didn't that work? There we go. So top-down camera doesn't work on that button anymore. That's dumb. This is a camera. It doesn't look like it at the moment. It's blurry as all hell. let me fix that. Boop. I mean, it's also really not in focus. Let me also change that. Need to zoom in a fair bit. Don't worry, it's not going to stay on the little screen. Not for long anyway. I'm just going to show you the GPU as a brief thing. There it is, look. It's weird. It's a funky little guy. I want to make sure it was all ready. Subscribe to posted recently. Listed that. Wait, what? That's so dumb. 3.5 years in a single room. Yeah. Well, you say that though. Wait, you haven't been living in your current house for 3.5 years, have you? I don't think you've been living there that long. Might be wrong. If a laptop that ever comes with battery life. Like battery life on a laptop is always the thing that puts me off buying a laptop. It's a tricky one. I'll share password with your team and owner via Discord. Password protected. Wait, what? Oh, right. I thought someone shared it with you. I was just like, oh dear, Jeremy. That was, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, technically though, Bob, you have doubled the amount of rooms you go in now, though. That's the thing. At the very least, even if it's only been over the course of that year, those 3 years. Technically, it's still doubled. Who knows? In the next 3.5 years, it might be 4 rooms. Who knows? And true, that is very true. It's a bigger room. Technically, I don't want to say it's a downgrade. It's a downgrade in size for my current room. Where I'm now, it's definitely smaller than it used to be, because it used to be like almost like double the length of this room. Actually, maybe not double. That's being a bit generous. 1.5 times, maybe. I don't know. It was definitely bigger though. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. This has turned out to be a nicer room. I actually have a radiator that works, which is a win. As far as I'm concerned, that's a win in my books. I just realized my Fierce PC uniform was on the radiator. We'll get rid of that. I kind of tried to, switching topics very quickly. I tried to prepare for tonight, but I don't know if I have, because I've got my tools, most of them anyway, but I don't know if I have any snips, because I'm probably going to need them for the water cooling block. I'm not entirely sure if I've got them to hand. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go try and find them real quick. I will be 2 seconds. Got him. Got him. We're all good. We're all good. Fingers crossed we should be all taught up. And I found my vernier gauges as well. Then I was talking about those last stream. And a lot of you guys were like, what? But I found them, so I can actually show you guys what I mean now. Look, this is what I mean by vernier gauges. Let me show you. These things. They're super useful. It's a really weird looking tool, I know, but it's super useful. Measuring very small things. They're not always called vernier gauges, they're sometimes called other stuff, but vernier gauge, much the same. Well, I think on that note, if I'm getting techie with the language, should we make a start on the actual tech stuffs? Oh, so Croc, I realized, Croc, I forgot to ask you how your day was, my dude. What have you been up to? No, we don't go into that. Because I would need a meter rule. No, I wouldn't have. Look, measuring electronic devices and stuff, okay? Get your minds out the gutters. All of you. All of you. All of y'all, even. I'll grab that in a minute. Need a small cage for you. They do come smaller if you do need it. I shouldn't be mean. Streamed a bit at work since 3. Nice. Fair enough. Wait, so you at work still now? You at work right now, Croc? Crazy being. But yeah, I mean, let me show you what we're working with. I love that you're at work chilling. Love you're at work chilling right now. There we go. God, it's still super dark, isn't it? I need another light source. Let me use my phone. Let's see. Can I like light things a bit more evenly? I know for one of the Pokemon card streams I did, I mounted like a torch above my my camera, which kind of worked. Oh my god. I mean, that works, but that is ropey. I need to turn my phone off vibrate. Wait, let me put it on. Let me put it on notification, like nothing. Hell yeah, top tech streaming stuff, guys. We're using an LED ring light and my phone. It's gonna kill my battery, but it'll be worth it. Let me move the keyboard as well. Get you out of the way, old friend. Let me scooch up over there a wee bit. It's not the cleanest. There's cat. Oh god, there's cat hair everywhere as well. I swear I keep my workstation tidy, guys. I swear. Oh no, I don't. As I spill my drink as well. Jesus, what am I on about? Good god. Good thing I keep paper towels in here now. For non-nefarious purposes. I'll keep them in here for when I 3D print, okay? Because I need to clean 3D prints with it afterwards. Alright. So what's this GPU? So the thing with this. Oh wait, what? Ew. Did I clean? I didn't clean it all, did I? Fine. I can deal with a bit of a sticky elbow. It's fine. Let me also sort this camera angle out because this is not ideal. Let me make things a bit better. So the GPU in question. Tech pros don't spill the drinks over the tech. Yes, they do. That's a lie. Linus drops everything. Maybe my thing is spilling drinks everywhere. That's a bad thing to have, but who knows? Didn't realize YouTube would be the adult side of my content. I mean, you never know. Why not, right? But yeah, so anyway, the topic at hand, the GPU itself. Like it's a low profile GPU for a start, so it's kind of already a bit weird. It's an AMD as well. Which I know AMD being a thing, it's a thing, all right. But what makes it funky? I've never seen a GPU with the fan heatsink on the back of it. I don't know what this was in before I got my hands on it, but I bought it on eBay like this. I have not put this cooler on it. I do not know why it's on there, like why it's like this, but this is how it came. Like, it's a secondhand GPU. Like I say, I got it off eBay. But like I say, it's low profile, so its Diddy is tiny. It's small. I mean, you can see it compared to my mouse. There you go. But the actual GPU itself is a... God, what is it? Why don't I remember what it is? It's a Radeon Pro 4100, I believe. That doesn't help. The thing on it is written weirdly. I'm pretty sure it's a 4100, like Radeon Pro 4100 GPU. So it's technically a workstation graphics card. But the reason why I chose this card for the build that I'm doing, apart from the annoyance factor of the fact that it has, you can't really see it, there you go. It's got 4 mini display ports on it, which makes for a delightfully awkward to get video out. But the reason I chose this GPU particularly is because there is a company in, I'm assuming China. Actually, are they Chinese or are they Thai? I don't know. Either way, there's a company out there that makes a water block for this thing. So it saved me a job of making one myself. But like, the thing that makes me laugh about it is like, I showed my colleagues at work, given the fact that literally yesterday, I'm pretty sure this is not going to be anything I can't say because there's nothing like anything to do with what it's for. But I put a water block on a 3090 recently. And now I'm putting this tiny ass water block on this little GPU. I don't know why I do these things. Don't question my logic. Because I couldn't answer it properly myself. And I hate that the top down camera is not particularly bright. It is what it is. I will get a better lighting setup over on the other desk eventually. Oh my god, I've just realized you can see my phone. That notch is my phone. Wait, let me sort that. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Mini display hues. I know. Mini display is not ideal. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it actually says it on it. WX 4100. There you go. See, I knew it was right. But I know mini display. It's because it's a workstation. It's supposed to be like a small form factor workstation. So it's meant to be small, powerful, and just give you lots of display out if you need it for like, well, for workstation purposes, for like multi-screen displays. Usually you don't need audio, so hence their display rather than HDMI. But that's also why I got that randomly named branded adapter. Do you remember the Ivanki? The Ivanki. I'm not a child that finds that name funny. I swear. Look, Ivanki. Wait, it's that way up, isn't it? I don't know why it makes me chuckle. It just sounds like someone saying something naughty with an accent. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. But yeah. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this, like, again, I'm going to fluctuate around topics wildly on this. But part of the reason I wanted to do this on stream, because I'm pretty sure, like, there might be certainly a good few of you guys that have never seen the process of putting a water block on a GPU. I kind of wanted to run through that and just show you guys that it's not that scary. It sounds like it should be, but it's not that scary. I've tested this GPU, so I know it works. I tested it in the sense that I know it gives video out and it appears and does the necessary things that it should do. So I know it does work. So that I'm not worried about. Which you should always do, by the way, before putting a water block on, just to make sure you don't break it. And also you can then guarantee that it's not broken before. Or that you can guarantee that you didn't break it, rather. That's the main thing, that you didn't break it. Could you void your warranty by doing this? I'm pretty sure I have no warranty with this anyway. But like this doesn't have a warranty, if like void warranty if removed sticker on it, because it would normally be like there, like underneath all that. But this is like fixed to the front, and it's weird. I've not taken this thing apart, so this is a new process for all of us. Like I don't know. But yes, Jeremy, exactly that. Did I get the thermal paste out? I've not prepared this like at all, have I? Wait, did this thing come with thermal paste? Let me have a look. It did not. No, it definitely did not. It came with thermal pads, but it did not come with thermal paste. So I need to get my thermal paste. As to where that is, I'm not entirely sure. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. I mean, I'm going to leave that there. So if anyone comes in and has any questions, I'll leave it there. A piece of butter, a work in private. You better. I do have some. I have some thermal grizzly. I do actually. I know I have it here. I'm pretty sure I got it out. I'm sure I got it out ready. Did I? I really don't know now. I need to go check. I need to go check. I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be 2 seconds. I promise. I promise it won't be long. I knew it would be about somewhere. I knew it wasn't far. I knew it wasn't far away. But yeah, no, I have the good stuff. I have thermal grizzly cryonaut. I have the good stuff. Which is probably a bit excessive in like every way for this GPU, but why not? There it is, the tiny little tube of thermal grizzly. Bro, this thing came with a microfiber cloth. I feel like everything is just tiny for this for this stream, and it works. It just works. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't really know where to begin with this. With this one, the only thing I'm going to do is give this a good wipe down with my microfiber because I've handled it a fair bit. So I guess technically I'm using it for its intended purpose. But in terms of doing this process, if anyone has any questions about what needs to be done and how you do the things and the stuffs, let me know. Because like I said, this is a very simple GPU comparatively. Because when I was doing, I'm assuming it's going to be anyway, because it's quite a straightforward die. It only attaches in a very few places. It is what it is. It's a nice simplistic build, potentially, hopefully. We'll find out. And the only thing I would say is like the reason why I thought of doing this as a thing for you guys to show it is because the instructions you get quite often with these things are super unhelpful. Like they are very unhelpful. Like the guide for this, to give you some perspective, the actual guide that came with this, where is it? The instructions. Oh, there are English instructions on it, but not for a GPU block. Seriously, that's the instructions that came with it. That is how you install a CPU block. So quite often they don't come with instructions, or they come with bad instructions if you buy them from small. No, I don't want to say bad instructions because it's not necessarily bad instructions. It's just not what they're supposed to be. So I guess they are bad, but it comes with a whole bag of goodies. You get all this stuff. At least they were good enough to give you like full-on chunky caps to go in it. We've got some little plugs to put in the side that you don't connect anything to. Comes usually with thermal pads as well, which are these guys. Again, you can't see them too well. There you go. It's a bit better. It just works. The greatest man ever lived. I mean, if it works, you know. I mean, they're not wrong. This is the weird. Good lord. Why won't they come out of the bag? Come on. Come on. Get out. Why is it stuck? Come on. What is wrong with you? Get out. There we go. There we go. They're all out. They're all out. The only reason I'm getting them all out is because sometimes they might be varying thicknesses. These do not look like they are varying thicknesses though, however, so didn't really need to do that, but hey, they're there. So I got the bungs, those guys. It will always come with screws. It should always come with screws. So there's long boy screws there. And there's also spring loaded screws as well with washers and stuff, which you can potentially use. And they were actually kind enough. I'm not going to use it. They gave a screwdriver. Because why not, I guess? Because you might need a screwdriver. I don't, because I have my kit, which I've put down somewhere and I don't know where it is. But I will find it. It's behind the cryonaut. Found it. Yeah, first things first, I suppose. Shall we dissect the GPU itself? Because I've not seen what's underneath this thing yet. I don't know what makes it tick. The only thing I have looked at is the like horrendous. You're not going to be able to see it on that camera. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see it. No way. The horrendous amount of thermal paste that is on this thing. Like, it's grotesque. I can see it squeezing and like pluming out the side, and it looks kind of old and dry. Which is a thing, by the way, guys. This is actually something you should do on your CPU and your GPU over time. If you've had a PC for long enough, which I should probably really do it to my main build, you need to redo your thermal paste after a given amount of time. After, well, like after a few years, maybe. You don't need to, but like I say, you need to. You don't. But you should, because it will help your performance massively. Like, you'll be surprised the amount of performance you lose just from thermal paste drying out and going a bit crap. So it's one of those things. You say that though. You say that, Jeremy. You'd be surprised. There are people that don't. I also have technically 2-bit sets, because I have this one, which I bought super cheap on Amazon ages ago, and has done me well. Although the handle on it, like the handle on this thing is god awful. Like, I can't. There you go. Like that. Pulls off and comes away and twists and moves. It's a bit meh, but it does the job. It works barely. One of them. I think, yeah, this is only held on by literally those 2 screws and then the 4 tension screws on it. So it's not held on by much. I'll be honest. It is not held on by a great deal. Yeah. The other one I do have is my electronic one, which is somewhere. I think I might have lost that in the move. I don't entirely know where that is. It's somewhere though. No, I haven't lost it in the move. I've used it since I've been here. I have an electronic set. I don't know where it is. But hey, let's dig into this thing. Let's dive in and find out what makes it tick. Like I say, I do not know what secrets it will have. Always keep a screw tray as well. Like, a screw tray is gonna be your best friend, because you don't want to lose a screw when you're installing a GPU block. Trust me, I have lost one on the floor at work once, and I spent quite some time trying to find it. You definitely don't want to lose it if you can help it. I found it, just for the record. I did find it, but it was definitely not an easy task. This is not mounted on here particularly well. I'm not going to lie. These little springs, they're not holding it on with a great deal of pressure. Which might not be a bad thing, because it probably doesn't need it for this, because it's only a very small GPU die. Let me show you so you can see what I'm doing a bit more. Oh, it's already... Wait, it's out? It can't be. No, it's not. Okay, it's still being held on by these. Right, so that one's... Is it out? Ah, there we go. I had it click. That one's off. That one's out. These two out. Oh, one just pinged. Are you seriously still in there? I mean, at this point, the card is not attached anymore. I've got to get it out. Give it up. Wait a minute. Wait. How are you supposed to get this off? I've just realized, because I didn't think about this part. The heat pipes are like holding it together. So unless I physically bend the heat pipe so I can take the heat pipes off somehow, I don't know how I'm going to get this out. Or I physically remove the tension screws. But even then, like... Let me pick it up a second. But yeah, I need to change the place of my GPU soon. GPU's 5,000. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's one of those things where like a large majority of people would never ever have done it because a large percentage of people aren't really that bothered or don't know any different, right? Which is the thing, and I can totally side with people that don't know any different, because I'm not gonna lie, until I got more into computers, I didn't know any different. I had no idea that like this sort of stuff, and like it's the same with like with certain parts of components, like the general care that they need that you might not be necessarily aware of, because like a lot of people just expect it. Like, I mean, and again, like somewhat rightly so. Like you expect technology to just be able to turn it on and it works, right? Much as you would for most things. I did have to bend the heat pipes a little bit as well, by the way. That's how I ended up getting it apart. I bent the heat pipes a smidge. But I'm going to put this little heatsink back together because I want to keep it and possibly use it in something new or something at some point as well. Why not? In a different project. They just fell out. That's fine. They weren't actually on anything anyway. But yeah, I also understand like the nervousness of taking apart a GPU, because it's usually, or certainly is, one of the most expensive parts in your computer, right? And especially considering to take it apart, you technically void your warranty. So it's an interesting one. I mean, if your GPU is out of warranty, it doesn't matter anyway, right? But still, it's a thing. I understand the nervousness. Like I say, until I started doing it at work, like I mean, I'm not like when I took apart the first ones that I did to put in systems for work, I was really nervous because I was handling not something that first wasn't mine. Secondly, like I've been doing it on like 3080s and 3090s. So like, they're not cheap things. Like it's a lot of money that you could make a mistake with, and I totally understand that. Like the fear of it, because it's only natural. But yeah, it's something you will get over. And like I say, because I don't mean this in any way, Jeremy, but I know your GPU, because yours is a 1030, right? The thing you can look at it is if you make sure you have enough money in the past, like you could try it. Like when you know you're going to get your 3050, right? You could get your 3050 and then prepare by taking apart your old GPU and try it on that, because then you're not losing anything, because you're not going to break a GPU that you rely on for your system, and you also get practice for when you need to do it on your newer stuff, right? Yeah, 1063 gig, yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, you'll be fine doing it. I'm sure you'll be fine, especially if you've handled like tech before in the past. You'll be good. Heatsink a beefy SSD. I mean, you know what? I actually could. That might work. Because one thing as well, I have some fun heatsink stuff for M.2s that I want to try in the future, Croc. So we might end up doing that. I mean, that's going to end up being a stream at some point. But when, I'm not entirely sure. But it will be a stream for one of these Tech Tuesdays. And doing that. So you can hang around and see those, but we might try doing that at some point as well. But I mean, there you go. That's I mean, if you've never seen it before, that's a GPU with its guts out, like with it showing. Like I say, this is a particularly small die for the GPU. Like it is a little babby one. You can see it there underneath that monstrous amount of thermal paste that's old and crusty and dry and kind of gross. And like you can see all the stuff on the back as well. If you've never seen the PCB of GPU, it's quite funky. And the other thing I'm going to do to this is I'm going to take off the IO shield as well. Because this is a full-sized IO shield for like that would go into your normal PCI slots on your main PC. But I have one that's smaller. That's a little low-profile one. That looks a little something like that. So again, let me put it there so you can see it side by side. There you go. It's designed for this GPU. It's just a little diddy one instead of the big boy one that comes with it. Yeah. Does it actually give a significant performance boost? So yes and no. It depends entirely on the GPU. Well, actually, it doesn't depend entirely on the GPU, but it like you will notice it doesn't necessarily give you a performance boost. It gives you a cooling boost, which will in turn it will naturally give you a bit of a performance boost. But the thing that water cooling a GPU will do is the same as water cooling a CPU or just giving your components more cooling and effective cooling. Is that it doesn't necessarily increase the cap of the performance. What it means is your components can hold to their optimal performance like that. It can hold those higher clock speeds and everything for longer. And you can push it higher and overclock and do things like that. And like try things out and like try to push the limits of your kit a bit more. So it doesn't necessarily it will give you more performance, but not without tweaking and playing with it, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It can prevent thermal throttling for longer. Yeah. So like it will stop it from throttling and keeping those clocks, because that's one of the things you'll notice if you get spikes and dips and peaks and troughs in your game. That's where it'll be from it getting too hot and cooling down. So it'll keep those higher levels longer. Shabs, hey, how's it going, my dude? I recognize that name firstly, and also Bubbles. Thank you for the retweet as well. I forgot to say that earlier on, but welcome. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you over in this space. I've also realized something else I haven't got. 2 seconds. I'm really sorry. I keep jarting all over the place. So something else I keep on hand as well. Like I said, this is the tissues. Don't judge for 3D printing. You naughty boys. Also, secondly, I keep isopropyl alcohol as well for the same reason. Because that's what you use to wash resin prints. But to clear stuff off the GPU, like gross old thermal paste like that, you need some isopropyl. Or wet wipes. Work as well quite well, to be honest with you. You could ideally a microfiber cloth would be better, but tissue will do the job. Kind of. It will do the job. This is really gross. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do the isopropyl. I'm going to go straight for the isopropyl. The reason you use isopropyl is because it evaporates. And it doesn't harm electronics because it's not conductive. There we go, that's better. This is some gross thermal paste. What is this stuff? What did they do to you, you poor GPU? You poor thing. It's so kegged. It's so kegged. Ew. think so. So the Activision thing, I think it's an impressive move by Xbox. I'm not gonna lie, it's very impressive. The most interesting one for me is the King acquisition for Candy Crush. That's the one that confuses me more. So I honestly wouldn't have thought Candy Crush is lucrative enough. I mean, I know it's a popular company for mobile stuff, but I didn't think it was that big, if that makes sense. But it's an interesting note to know that they're moving into that kind of area. Just to maybe hint at future plans for Xbox, maybe, and Microsoft generally. You're all good. Good stuff, Shabs. Good stuff. I'm glad you're doing all right. Sorry, I'm aware I'm getting on tangents before I'm answering other questions, but I'm glad you're doing well, my dude. How has your week been? Thus far, I know it's only just started, but how's it been? Wait, is this car little going a small system of some kind? Yes, it is indeed. Sorry, yes, I missed that. Sorry, Croc. Yes, so this is going in a very small form factor system that is of my own design. I say of my own design because it's not been designed just yet. But it will be being designed as part of these tech streams, partially, because I don't want to give away all of my secrets on stream and show everything that I'm doing. But it will be largely done on stream. There we go. That is a clean GPU die. You can see it's clean because you can actually read it now. Like, can you see how shiny that is? Compared to what it was before, like it's so shiny you could see my light in it for a second reflected. Where was it? There it is. Damn it, I lost it. Either way, you get the hint. It's shiny. So it looks good, right? It looks very good. I'm aware I've got thermal paste everywhere now, though. All over my desk, but it's fine. I'll clean that up in a bit. King. Oh, okay. Wait, King is part of Activision. That makes sense. I actually didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Okay. Take two bots and go. Oh, interesting. Curious. But like I say, it's interesting to see potential future plans though, right? It is interesting to see what they're going to do, what they're up to. But it is nice and shiny and clean. It is nice and shiny and clean. I know I'm touching it with bare fingers. I shouldn't be doing that. Let me go and clean that off again. But I didn't realize the die was quite as small as that. Essentially, what we're going to do is put that on here. Like so. The only thing that makes me slightly nervous about this build, this one, is it doesn't have a backplate to go on it. Usually you would have a backplate. So what I might actually do is make a backplate. To help keep all the bare electronics a bit cleaner. Because the card should have come with one, but this one didn't. Because it had that funky heatsink on it. Like and also one important thing you need to do when you buy a GPU backplate like this, like a water block, you need to make sure it's the right one for the right card. Because if you don't, like, because you can kind of see it. So you've got the block in the middle, and then all these little bits around here, and the same over there, and all these right indents and stuff like down there. You need to make sure you get the right one for it, because all of those are machined specifically to fit all the components of your GPU. There are some that will fit multiple, because usually they're made from the same die, like with a different actual GPU piece on it. But you can find out from the manufacturer on those. I say this one is very specific that will fit this GPU. So it is what it is. You got to make sure you get the right one, otherwise it could damage parts potentially, and you don't want that. I also feel like going towards Monopoly, Xbox Zone, so many. So the thing is though, even though it's a monopoly, they can still do it in the right way. Because I know there's a lot of controversy about certain companies going to monopolies, right? Like Google and Apple becoming monopolies and having monopolistic behavior and stuff and such. Yes, that's the thing. Yes, it can happen. I'm trying to get good light on this thing. But also it only becomes an issue if they do it badly, right? It only really becomes an issue if they're doing what they're doing badly. So I mean, I'm for it if it means that we get better products, but we'll see. We'll see. What was I going with? What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So I need to get this lined up because this has got to go in at some point. You can disappear over there somewhere. But like I say, Shabs, what have you been up to today, my friend? Are you also, if you're fans of tech stuff, don't be afraid to come in and say hi and ask questions about what's going on. If you're nervous about doing this sort of GPU stuff to yourself, again, or you have questions about this strange little GPU itself, let me know. Might be Go on Games Pass or go broke, but the thing is though, if it's Go on Games Pass, like that is the thing that works well for most of the people involved. Because Games Pass gives great exposure, and everyone that has Games Pass gets a great deal out of it. Sorry guys, there's a tiny bit of thermal paste caught between these two RAM modules, and it won't leave. Give me 2 seconds. That's got it. Thermal paste isn't conductive, by the way, so it wouldn't be an issue in terms of shorting out the the components. It's just obviously you don't want old thermal paste kicking around of the GPU if you can help it. Also, I'm aware I've been doing this for ages. I'm going to cut these thermal pads to size and stick it on the RAM chips. These are DDR5 or no, these are DDR6 RAM chips, I think, in this, or GDDR RAM chips. Sorry, beg your pardon. And on the MOSFETs and stuff as well, the power management and all that jazz. Because that's where it's got to go. It's got to line up with these bits on here. So down in there and on there and on there. And just generally get it ready to go. What I'm actually going to do is do it on the back of this though. So the GPU can move up there for a wee bit. Show you this little guy. Ideally, a pair of scissors or a knife would be preferable over these side cutters, but they do the job. Nobody has Games Pass, right? Like, who has Games Pass nowadays? Why would you get Games Pass? I actually did that one wrong. Make you a bit smaller if I can. There we go. So, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I do this on camera and do it so I can actually see what I'm doing. It's proving to be a harder task than I thought. Jeremy, if you could do the honors, thank you, my friend. The thing is as well with these little thermal pads, they don't need to be perfect because they will squeege out a little bit. If they're any good, they should just squidge out. Also, where I should be trying to keep this nice and clean if I can. Very long gone. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Even said has been doing nothing but good for them. So this is the thing. So this is what I hope is the case, right? Because I get the potential nervousness of a company going on Games Pass, because you might think that it could have negative impacts if you have to then perform and do certain stuff to certain timescales and whatnot. But like I say, I'm pretty sure like everything that is on Games Pass like partially helps funding, right? And they have a lot of like really good plans on there for smaller companies that want to create and put games on Games Pass. So you would hope and you would think that it is a win-win, right? So that half is done, mostly. I need to peel off the little protective plastic that's on there, but I'm going to do that in a second. And I think they've actually given me way too many thermal pads. Because this came with a pack of 4, right? It came with all these and the one I'm currently using. This one might nearly almost be enough. Like, it is almost enough. I only need a tiny bit of one of the other ones. Sorry, I'm not doing it on camera again. Once I have the other desk more kitted out as well, the streams over there should be better. I'll be able to have more camera angles and stuff. So fingers crossed I can show you a bit more in the future. There's a tiny little one just there. I'm going to put on. Also, out of curiosity, what's the preferred camera angle? Do you guys prefer this so you can see it a little bit smaller like that and see me mainly, or would you guys rather see this bigger? I'm still working on this. I don't know what's the best way of showing these little bits. So very well. I actually have what I could potentially do is I have got 2 C920s kicking about somewhere that could be being utilized for camera angle options. Potentially. Like I say, they won't be done on this desk. They'll be done on mini desk on the tech desk. Again, sorry, I'm not doing it on camera. We're almost done. I'm going to put some in there. And then we're ready to go. When you're spinning, zoom in more works. Shows more stuff what's going on. I mean, we can do that. Like I say, if both work, if both, you can see what's going on. It's entirely up to you guys. Like I say, at the end of the day, this is an experience for yourselves. I will be merely doing this. Wait, again, let me turn it around the other way. I am doing my best just to demonstrate the processes. I did have to crack into the other pack of thermal pads. Only a little bit though. And this is where I wish I had a knife, because I could just run down the edge of this. Or rather knew where my knife was. Because I have a knife. Not even in the Crocodile Dundee way, where that's not a knife, this is a knife. I have got a knife for this exact situation. But I genuinely do not know where it is. That did get lost in the move. So that unfortunately might be one that never returns, never makes a comeback. Let's come on. What did I miss? So I buy more games on because they keep the money back. And yeah, this is true. This is true. This is on the topic of thingy, right? But like I say, there's a lot of games that I have only played because they've been on Games Pass. Because I wouldn't have bought them normally. Like I don't think I would buy the new Forza games now if they weren't on Games Pass. If I'm being totally honest. I like Forza, but I don't know if I like it enough to buy it over some of the other games that are coming out, you know? I say that as if I've played it. I haven't. But I want to. But if diffuse light coming from the camera position will work. Yeah, so this is the thing. The lighting situation for this isn't ideal. Ideally, obviously, I would like a light right here, but I don't have one. The only thing I have is this, which is off to the side right now. This is why, ideally, when I move to the other desk over there, eventually for these tech streams, wait, over that way. Jesus, it's a really weird angle to do that. I want to have a light looking straight down and doing all that, so that will be the eventual setup. This is just a bit of a slow and steady progress because of financial constraints currently. So it kind of is what it is at the moment, I'm afraid, but it will only improve. So I'll say what I'm doing now is just removing all the second. This is like double-sided tape almost. It has like a little protective film on both sides, so it doesn't get gross. Again, if you were really finicky, you could do this with gloves. I won't, just because I'm not that finicky and I'm not necessarily that precious. I mean, I'm still precious over this GPU because it wasn't free. It cost money, but like, if this was like a very expensive graphics card, I would be much more concerned about things like gloves and stuff on here. There we go. So you can't really see, again, because of the lighting, there you go. You can kind of see at that angle. You see the pads on it? You can see those sticky black pads on there, or grey black pads. Those are all the thermal pads. They're on there. They're good to go. They're done. I'm going to put the thermal paste on the GPU. And then we're going to screw this bad boy down. But again, like I say, the lighting situation, the gloves, not the gloves, the light will be a thing in the future. I've actually got my eye on a new panel light coming out, and I might add like some more to the wish list and stuff. But again, you know what I'm like, I always feel bad adding things on there because I don't like. I always tell you guys to look after yourselves before me, because you're more important than I am. I'm not going to go anywhere, but you got to look after yourselves. That is a horrendous amount of thermal paste for that small die, but I made a mistake and squeezed too much out, and we're going to live with that error. Because it only needs to be on the IHS, to be honest with you. Well, that's actually the straight die. There isn't an IHS on that. But we'll see what happens. It'll be too much. I know it's going to be too much, but it's fine. We'll deal with that when we come to it. Do you need to go in between? I think you do, right? No, you probably don't. You can go on the back. No, you go on the back. Yeah, you'll be fine to go on there like that. Right, so what's the moving? Should we buy a movie these days? This is true. People do just go to Netflix. If you don't go to the cinema, people will just wait until it's on Netflix or on Amazon, right? I mean, I certainly do. Let me get this guy on here, and I will focus a bit more on chat. Squeeze you on. The only thing that makes me a little nervous about this is there is no tension bracket. You would usually get some kind of tension bracket over the back of this. I obviously don't have that luxury because the GPU didn't come with one. But everything else looks fine and dandy to me. It's not getting much in the way of compression at the moment though. But fingers crossed that will change once I screw it down. There we go. Usually, no, it's not. Like I say, usually for the bigger GPUs you get a tension bracket. Maybe for this you don't, just because it's smaller. Sometimes the back plate is the tension bracket. They don't put one in. Like the tension bracket is hard, so it just kind of does what it needs to do. What I might end up doing though is, like I said, I'm going to put this on here now as is because I've started it and whatnot. But what I think I might do is I might make something to go over the back of this and then put it on at a later date. Because it will work. I know it will. What I am going to do is, because of the way this is mounted, I'm going to use these spring-loaded screws. These tiny little spring-loaded screws to mount this on here, because it will it will add a tiny bit of tension and pressure to it, so it should kind of mount itself, if that makes sense, where it will certainly hold the mount on there much more tightly. I need a little screwdriver head for this one. There we go, because they're only tiny screws. It doesn't need too much pressure. Yeah, mum. Normally you would do them in a cross pattern. That one's actually a bit too tight. For now, loosen you a wee bit. This is advice I give for CPU bracket installation as well. Like CPU coolers. Make sure you have it cooled. That was slightly nerve-wracking. That's in there now, but it's not going to come out. You can tell this block is a snug fit because there was a part of it that wasn't quite clipping in in straight, and it's now in, but it made a bit of an unnerving noise. I don't know if that came through the camera, but it did click slightly. But like I say, it will be fine. And I would never suggest doing this with any other GPUs, like especially bigger GPUs that you might find out there, like the big powerful ones. But you can technically turn this on. I could probably get away with like turning this on without any water in it, and it will be okay, and it will probably cool for long enough for me to get a video signal out of it to make sure it's not dead, you know. I can't do it now because I don't have a way of doing that right here, because I don't have a spare PCI slot accessible to me to do it. But you can quite often do it normally if you have them available. Like I say, if you were doing this on a normal PC, you would have a PCI slot available to you to be able to try such things. But in terms of it mounted, that is mostly it. I've just got to do these two back screws. Don't know if that screw will mount. Don't know if it will reach. No, so that doesn't actually go into there. Okay, so I'm going to do all these nice and tight, but not too tight. To the point where the screw is biting well enough, but not crazy amounts of tension. You don't want to snap your GPU. Now that to me is applying a reasonable amount of pressure, probably a bit too much in certain areas. I also think, looking at the way this is mounted, I think these thermal pads are a bit too thick. Personally. The ones that they give, because there is areas where the die doesn't touch very well with it on there. But we're going to have to live with it because that's what they give. That unfortunately does come with the territories of this, but I definitely would say that they are too thick. The GPU die is making good contact. That's the important thing. The GPU die itself is on there, so that's good. So we can add the last piece, which is the last little bracket on there. A little low profile bracket. And then we should be good to go. Of course, it's not going to cooperate. But like I say, Jeremy, no, I didn't break it, I don't think. I say I don't think because obviously I don't know until I try it, but I have heard much worse sounds come out of components before and they are fine. Which doesn't mean you should go around intentionally breaking stuff. Because you're not sure. Why is that not screwing in? I don't know if that's going to reach. This is where sometimes they do this, and I think they have done it on this one. Sometimes you need to use these long boy screws, which are way too long. Because like this is like 2 to 3 times longer than it needs to be, I reckon. I'm going to try it. Or it might actually be okay. Oh no, okay, no, it's fine. No, I'm lying. I'm lying to you. We're good. So that's on there nicely. So that one actually worked out okay. But for the last one, the last screw, we can turn it over and we can admire the work of our weird and wonderful tiny GPU with I hate to say it, but for this one, technically probably kind of pointless water cooling block on it. But it's not pointless because it exists, so it must exist for a reason, right? That's my logic. Someone made it, so there must be a use case for it. That's the way I look at these things. But there it is, with its tiny little low profile bracket on it, and its water cooling block that is absurdly big. And it makes the card chunkier than it ever was. Certainly in weight anyway, because now it weighs a ton. Like I say, the only thing that makes me nervous is this exposed back. Which I might, as I say, I don't necessarily think... Actually, wait, what time is it? It's 9:30. We could start the process of designing it now. What do you think? Then maybe I could even... Yeah, I could design it and show you guys how I would go about it. Wow. Are you insulting Nemo? Are you insulting Nemo right now? Look, how dare you insult Nemo? All right, look. He's a beautiful boy. He's our first weird and wonderful creation. Excuse me. Wow. There we go. What I am going to do, let's put these little guys in as well before I lose them. I don't actually know what side they're going to go into. That was smooth. I'm just going to screw them in to there for now. Because... So I don't lose them. But there we go. We have one block with a bracket on it and ready to go. And it is... it's so small and kind of dumb, but I love it. That's what I love about it. But to put some perspective on the actual size difference between Nemo Mark II and Nemo will still be a small form factor PC, by the way, guys. Like, for those of you that are not aware, Nemo, like the original Nemo, has been sat behind me this entire stream. You may not have even noticed it. It is there, I promise. I will show you. If you've never seen Nemo, which Croc, I feel like you might not have done. And for those that may be joining once they have, if they were not able to see tonight, I will show you guys Nemo. I will show you Nemo Mark I. Am I insulting Nemo Mark II's GPU? Never. Never would I insult Nemo Mark II's GPU. How dare you even suggest that? I am merely pointing out that it is small, and for a lot of use cases, there is not much of a point. But for our purposes, and me wanting to make weird and wonderful small form factor technology, it works beautifully in my favor. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just clearing up the crap on the table, the crud that's left over, because thermal paste is horrible stuff to try and clean up after you smush it in. So I'm just gonna have a brief tidy up, a cheeky little brief tidy. That lump annoyingly doesn't want to come off. There we go. Might need to get a bit of isopropyl on that. You've seen Nemo, Mark? You've seen it? Great movie. It is a great film, but also it's a great little mini PC. As you will see in a sec, if I can finish doing what I'm doing first. Let me put you back on the screen. There we go. Let's go to this one. Actually, to give you a bit more of a chance of seeing Nemo. It is still on screen. Like I say, it is very small. Right. Right. Thermal pasters over there. That's all over there. That's good. Let me keep that there for the time being. And let me grab Nemo. The OG Nemo. Hello. Good evening, sir. How are we? Are you good, my friend? In fact, some might say, are you well? Are you swell? Or somewhere in between. Hey, my dude. How are we? And like I say, Croc. This and M, you must have seen Nemo, the OG Nemo. This is Nemo. my first very like small form factor custom, like entirely custom built PC. It does have front I/O as well. It has 3 USBs at the front with your HDMI out at the back and your power and your switch. That's all the rear I/O it has. That's all it needs. But within there is a fully enclosed custom loop with a pump of my own designing. The case is my own design. The mounting bracket behind the motherboard is my own design. But it is a teeny tiny and delightful little beast of a boy with a full radiator and everything, and it's an enclosed custom loop that took me a very long time to build. Nemo Mark II is going to be bigger and better. It's still very small, but it will be bigger and better. Partially because as well, like I say, this one has this has an i3. This has an i3 processor in it. And that's it. But this is going to, like, Nemo Mark II is going to have a GPU in it, a dedicated GPU, and a socketed motherboard, whereas this does not. So Nemo Mark II is going to be upgradable. And technically have greater water cooling than my own main PC. It's more than the ASRock Desk Mini. It is. And I'm glad someone else knows about the ASRock Desk Mini, because the Desk Mini is an amazing bit of kit. I have one. And it's awesome. I love it. Bring the on screen. Left earlier, probably loud. To win something. Wait, what? Wait, have you been live? Have you been live right now, my dude? Have you been doing the things and the gamings and the stuffs? Have you done what I think you've been doing? This tiny GPU is 50. It is like I say, this GPU is a large percentage of the size of Nemo Mark 1. Like I say, it's a dedicated GPU which is actually not that unpowerful. It sounds dumb, but it is actually not a bad GPU, despite what I was saying earlier. It's not bad for what it is. It's certainly not going to play like Cyberpunk particularly well, but it is still a pretty decent GPU because it's for workstation stuff. If you're looking to get one because you have Ryzen APU and RAM, so you do nothing. Well, the only thing with RAM is you need desktop RAM for it. Not desktop. You need SODIMM RAM. You need laptop memory. But if you have it sitting around, you may as well. You may as well use it because you get the case and the motherboard for like 100 quid. It's not bad. You're playing with them earlier on, but if you were live, so okay, okay, I see. Fair enough. I'll let you off. But But how did the games go then, M? What, were you playing Apex, I'm guessing? Or were you playing Super People or something else? You don't have any SODIM. Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it uses, it does use SODIM memory, which I happen to have. I mean, I bought it for it, but it's sat over there, my desk mini. But like I say, I have Corsair Vengeance SODIM memory sat in it right now, which is actually pretty good. Apex isn't the best player. No, I mean, from what I've heard, you really only kind of want to be playing ranked, right? Because ranked somehow is less toxic and less sweaty than publics, which just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I think, should we, like I said, like we've done the GPU side of things tonight, putting the block on it, but should we actually do the starting of the design work for a backplate for it? Because I want to put one on this, and I kind of need to measure this anyway for the future Nemo project. So I might actually do that right now. Let's forget to use the vernier gauge. Still got this weird thing kicking about though. Like this back bit as well. I don't know what the hell this was all about. This is so weird. Like the only thing I can think of that this was in a server at some point. That's why it's like it. But even a server wouldn't necessarily need cooling like that. It's a very strange little thing. Kind of need to fill 2 more hours. I do. This is true. This hasn't taken as long as I thought it was going to. I mean, I knew it wouldn't take that long. But I didn't think it would be like that quick as well. I mean, also I can do these much quicker when I'm not talking. I can just sit and do it, but then obviously I wouldn't be streaming or doing content if I was not talking. So I don't really mind that it took me a little longer. But yeah, let's do it. Let's design some stuff. Let me get Fusion ready and up and running, and we'll go to the screen for now. Need to move everything out of the way. And move stuff back in the way as well so I can use things. You dropped with a triple stack wait, really? What, in pubs? And I guess did you just get destroyed? It surprises me that they would even play public games. I mean, I guess you got to train somewhere, but like if you're a predator, I would just stay in ranked. It's interesting that is where it's going though, that it's to the point now where people are like, the higher ranked players aren't playing ranked. True, Jeremy, true. This is very true. This is very true. This is very true. Right. I know I said I'm going to go back to that screen, but what we're going to do for now, let me make sure we're all on the right page, because that one's on the wrong one. It's that one. There we go. So, those of you guys that remember Fusion 360, I did modify this ever so slightly. This was my RGB heatsink for the SODIM RAM. I changed it in the sense that this whole top piece now is going to be 3D printed, and the 2 aluminium plates, I've got a slight bevel on them. And they're going to stick straight to this. So it's just 2 bits of aluminium sandwiched around the top of the RAM with this holding it all together in the middle. I modified it ever so slightly off stream, just to make it a thing. So I could do it, because I knew I could do it really quickly, and it took like 10 minutes. It didn't take me very long. But I need to design a backplate for this thing. Actually, wait, let me do one thing. Oh, okay, it doesn't say my name on here. The only reason I'm hiding this is because Fusion likes to say your name on your account. I know it's a pain in the butt, but what is this? GPU backplate Alrighty. Here we go. So I need to make sure I have this up so I can show you guys what I'm doing. So we're going to measure this little GPU. I need to make sure everything is lined up right so it looks good. I need to measure all of the sizes of it and then make a dummy of it first and foremost so I can get everything right. With the verniers. You guys saw this earlier on. You know, I'm actually super grateful for having the lights on at the moment because the screen is very dim on here right now for me. If I turn it so I can't see it, if I look at it straight on, it's very dim because the battery is dying in it. So I'm quite grateful for the fact that I'm doing this because it means I can see it with the light on. But I'm just going to measure it all up and then we'll make the dummy as we go. I am not going to have enough length. First world problems, guys. We don't have enough length to measure the whole thing. No, we went there. We went there. I'm sorry. But what I can do is I can measure it in bits. It's 56.17 long. So we're gonna do 2D first. We're doing some 2D action. We gotta do the doodles and the drawings. What did I say? It was 56. Point. Say 17. 17. Yep. Like I said, I honestly don't know how long the GPU is. Forgive me. I'm gonna have to measure and do some weirdness here. I might have made this a bit more complicated because, believe it or not, I have vernier gauges. I have these random things to measure small stuff, but I don't have a ruler. I have a tape measure. That's actually a good point. I could use the tape measure. Give me 2 seconds, guys. It seems massively excessive because, look. Wait, god damn it. I forgot to change. I just need to change the input here. The GPU. And there's the tape measure I'm going to have to use to measure it. It's like nearly the size of the GPU. Because I know it looks super weird, alright? It looks weird to me as well. That's 16.8 centimeters. 168 mil. $168. That doesn't look very big. Again, one of the weird things about this is like perception of space. Because that to me looks very small, and I'm aware it's not particularly big. But at the same time, like it looks smaller than it should. Keep your minds at the gutters, alright? Because like you have no way of telling how big things are in this kind of space. It just doesn't make any sense, right? But it's one of the things you get used to eventually. The only downside now is I got to measure the hard part. That was technically the easy bit. Blizzard, that means them aware and toys for Bob are now owned. Ooh, that's interesting. I hope so. I hope that means it can come back. Hope so. I didn't realize Blizzard owned those two companies. Curious. Ah. We might well be seeing it then. We might well be seeing it. You never know. So 60. 60.5 centimeters across. Sorry guys, I'm doing something really quickly to figure out where the first screw goes. So I'm just measuring the screw from 2 areas to get an idea of where the first screw would be. $12.4. What did I say the other was? 60 point something. Look, why would I know that Blizzard own Candy Crush? Alright, I've never played Candy Crush in my life, and I'm kind of proud of that fact. Oh, I've done this the wrong way around. Damn it. So was it 12.04? There we go. That's better. And then the other screw is then from that is then how far? 49.35. This is going to be almost a square. And then it should be the same down, right? Yeah. Oh wait, that's not right. That's not right. Nope. That's not right. Okay. I'm being silly. I'm making mistakes. They happen. I'm not measuring it properly. I want 2 point. How big are these little guys? They are 6 mil. Spider-Man is now only PlayStation. Is it? Wait, really? The only PlayStation exclusive? Really? That seems nuts. Come on, latch on. You know you want to. I know we're going for precision, but that should be close enough. I'm allowing a little bit of generosity with these to be a bit bigger than they need to be. Yeah, that's actually fine. The only thing that makes me sad about that is you can bet your life that Sony is going to hold on to that final exclusive for dear life. And I can't say I blame them. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing, you know? You hath returned. Welcome back, Bob. How's it going? They have Wolverine? Ah, okay. Okay. Is this by any chance from the prior knowledge of the Avengers games? Or the Avengers game. Sorry. Not games. It is only game. 10.6. And what is it from the top to the bottom? 24.77. No, 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 no. 24.77. I keep forgetting, if you guys can't see what I'm doing on screen, please just shout at me that you can't see it, because I might forget. I'm so used to just kind of doing this. 6 mil. Six. There we go. 6. That's not in the right spot. I didn't know if Wolverine was coming to the Avengers game or anything. If they were keeping it for that. Also, wasn't there an X-Men game that came out on Xbox though? I'm sure I remember that being a thing because it was really damn good. I'm sure I remember that being a thing. Oh wait, God, I did it the wrong way again. 24.47. And that one is a very small distance. I think. I'm gonna go with 11.7. Right. I'm not going to mess about with stuff this time. And drawing another one. It's the same size. They're all the same size. There's no point in playing about. I'm trying to make things more awkward for myself. And it already is. There we go. So, just to show you what I've been doing. So this obviously may not look like much, but now if I show you guys the backplate, let me line. If I can line this up, then my God, I am fantastic at what I do. You ready? Ah, it's kind of close. You get the idea. You can kind of see like these screw holes. And I'm trying to line them up with that on the back here, so you can see it all as a thing. These look lower down than they are because I only measured to this edge here, which makes it quite low down and running along it. But I can make it a bit bigger if I need to. But I don't want to make it too much bigger, because then it might not fit in the block or in the thing. So this won't be keeping it cool. This basically the reason I'm doing this, Bob, is because my graphics card that I bought didn't come with a backplate. So usually all of this is covered, so you don't see the exposed circuits and bits, basically. But because of the way the GPU I bought of this version didn't have it, I kind of want to make sure it's a bit more protected and safe. But the main thing that's going to keep it cool is that, which I put on it. The water. So that's the GPU water block. So it's going to have water coming in and out and flowing all in around, all that good stuff, and keeping everything nice and cool underneath it. So that's in place of a fan on there, a fan and like a radiator grill type thing. Because the original heatsink that was on there was this thing, which is super weird. I've not seen anything quite like it before. I'm pretty sure it was like a server rack is the only logical explanation for it. So it's a bit of an upgrade, hopefully. It's kind of unnecessary for this level of heatsink, but why not? Because I can, right? That's the whole point of this project. It's slightly excessive, but because it's fun, I'm doing it. What am I going to do for this? So what I might do is I'm going to add... no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to mess about with that. I'm not going to mess about with it. What I'm going to do is see that, though, because that's that's so small. As long as it makes me happy. This is the thing. This is true. And it will, even though, it, like I say, it's one of those things that like is totally unnecessary. It's not needed. Because you can. Why not, right? Why the heck not? Yeah. Well, there's also one last screw that I need to do. Let me get you. Forgot about you. 10.5. Is it square? 10.5 4 by 9.58. So let's do the last little bit. And it was 10.5 all that way and 9.6 that way. And again, all of this super weird stuff if you're not familiar with it, but this is all what I do somewhat on a daily basis. So like I said, this is why I'm adamant with it as well. If you have any questions, if you're totally lost as to what's going on, please do just ask questions. Believe you and me, there is no such thing as a silly question. Not as far as I'm concerned anyway. That's good enough. And the other one is extending further down. I might not actually bother with that one. I'm going to leave it. We'll leave that being as a thing. So that, for the most part, is actually the backplate kind of done. Like, is it kind of done? In its core design, at the very least, anyway. I mean, I say kind of done. That's the hardest part done, anyway. Said every teacher before you ask a silly question. I mean, it depends on the level of silly, though, right? Because this is the thing. This is what I mean by like. There's no such thing as a silly question. Unless you obviously know it's a silly question and like you're going to ask me what the square root of a frog is. Like that's obviously a silly question. But like asking a genuine question that you might not know the answer to for something like this, there isn't any silly questions. Like there really isn't. Like if you don't know something, you don't know it. You know, and unless you Google it or unless you ask somebody, you're not going to find out. So like it's one of those as far as I'm concerned. Like if you're asking the right questions and you're just asking about a topic, there isn't a silly question in my mind. The square root of a frog, I'm aware, was a very weird example to use, but the point still stands. So what I'm doing now, again, I'm aware I kind of shoot off and do these things at 1,000,000 miles a second. I'm just trying to figure out how big the holes are, or how holes they need to be in terms of the internal width. So if I do that as a minus -1, that should be fine. You'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. It will make sense, I promise. Square of a frog is hilarious. See, I like to say I'm full of jokes, but they're not always good jokes. Every now and then I have the odd banger like that. If that can be called a banger of a joke. I don't know if it is technically, but I'll say it is. If it made you laugh, that's the best. That's the important thing. That's what I'm taking from this. If it made you laugh, I call that a win. What happens when you if you reach the end of the universe? You can't, right? I mean, you could. Not now. What I say you can't. It depends on how fast it's expanding, right? That's the main question. How quickly is the universe expanding? Could you keep up with it? You never know. Anywho. Right, so what I need to do for this now is expand and make this a thing. So we've got to give it some thickness because right now it's only a 2D drawing. Got to give it some girth. Let's make it. How thick? Not very. Doesn't need to be. It doesn't really need to be. I mean, 2 is definitely too much. We'll do 2 mil because why not? So now it's 3D kinda. And we'll do the other bits. I want to give it some little tunnels coming down the bottom. So that's why I did the reason I did these rings. I actually technically did what I just did wrong. You'll see why in a minute. I skipped a step. But I could bring this down minus 1.8 mil. So those are some little stippy standoffs so that this isn't like directly in contact with any of the important gubbins on the GPU itself. It's going to harm anything. But I actually want these to not be part of this initial extrude because I want them to be slightly thinner, slightly narrower, so they step in a little bit. So the screws are a bit flatter on the ends. They don't stick out, so let's do those 1.2. Hide the drawing. Should all be one body. And that effectively is our very quick and dirty backplate for a GPU. It is by no means fancy. It is by no means probably particularly practical, but it will do what I want it to do. The only thing we could do now at this point is be fancy and maybe make some custom stuff engraved on the back of it. But what I actually know, what I am going to do is do the old bevel the edges on everything. You don't want hard edges. By hard edges I mean pointy. Doesn't have to be by much or a great deal, but beveling is just rounding the edges essentially. Even if I do that by like 0.3 of a mil. Makes it a little bit rounder. And potentially easier to 3D print as well. I'm rounding this internal edge as well because then you don't whack the screw on the edge of it. I'm going to do this by even less, 0.2. Not doing this one because it can interfere with the flat end of the screw. That's fine. Let's do the things and the stuff. I'm going to keep an eye on this edge on these. And there we go. And what I might even do, what I might actually do is I might even 3D print this tonight. I won't be able to do it on stream because it'll take too long. But theoretically, that should fit. And I say theoretically because I don't know. I mean, I've not tested it. And that's the point in doing these things. You make the first one to prototype it, and it's probably going to fail. You don't know until you try. So, why the heck not? Actually, one thing I can't do is because... actually, no, I can. No, that's a lie. No, that'll still work. That's okay. This backplate, I think, might actually cause more... I say backplate, this little bit might cause more problems than it's worth. Ah, is everything okay, Jeremy? Are we good? Are we good? Worries me when you say things like, Makes me think something done broke. Hopefully nothing's done broke. I'm also just inspecting this graphics card to make sure we're all okay. Because there's nothing like a busted graphics card. It's not going to get broken, but too much bending or flexing of the PCB is not good. There's more positive, exciting 3D print today. Ah, okay, right, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, sorry, I got concerned because, like I say, usually when I see like, it's usually like say because like something's broken or something funky is happening. All good your side? Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Okie dokie. That's okay then. That's okay. That's good. That's good. Maybe just a little weird because I'm a bit tired. You're all good, man. You're all good. You're all good. You're all good. But what I am going to do though is because of the tech side of things, I am actually going to save this up. I'm going to export it real quick. And again, I don't know if it needs to show my name or anything. So let me 2 seconds. I'm just going to check first. No, it won't. No, of course it won't. No, it won't. I'm being silly. There we go. No, it might. It might. Sorry. Right. I know. No, it won't show my name, but what it will show is other files that I might not necessarily want to be all revealed right now. So we'll keep them a secret for the time being. Just for the moment. I'm sorry, guys. Got to keep some secrets. There's nothing work related. It's just stuff that I might not necessarily be able to be ready to reveal. What I might do as well is 3D print this bit. Yeah, let's 3D print you as well. I can show that. When I say this bit, I mean the top of the sodium RAM memory module thingamabob. And that is sodium cap version 2. Let me get those done and saved out. There we go. Let's keep my 3D printing. Wow, Jeremy. Wow. I see how it is. Wow. So yeah, I mean, look, just because you guys have never seen my partner doesn't mean that she doesn't exist, all right? She definitely does, I swear down. You guys have seen her hand me food. I can't just plan that and have like a plate of food next to me and be like, oh, look, I have food. Just like have hot food sat there for hours. I mean, I could, but that would be a very elaborate thing just to make out like I have a partner. No, it wouldn't surprise me though. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Let's look at the GPU backplate in the software. Oh no, is it gonna fit? Oh no. This might be a slight problem. Damn it. I need to check something. Let me have a look. See. Let me see the size of the printer that I have real quick. So if you guys want to know what 3D printer I use, it is one of these. It is an Anycubic Photon Mono. It is one of these guys. This is my personal 3D printer as well. I bought one of these with some Christmas money that I'd saved up. I just want to see what the print size is. So it will do 130 by 80 by 165. How big was this? 168. Oh my god! Oh my wow! It's literally just gonna fit. Like just, but even at like a funky angle. Okay. You're gonna have to be a bit creative with this. It's got to be like. Ugh. It's gonna have to be like that. Yee. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. But like that right there, that right there is a structure. Can I import? I can. Wait, this is going to show files again. 2 seconds, guys. Wait, it won't let me. Wait. Can I not bring in? No. Oh man, I can't bring in. I was really hoping I would be able to bring in. Oh, I can. I'm talking rubbish. I'm sorry. It was open instead of import. I was gonna bring this in and 3D print the bottom thing for the RGB RAM as well, and do it all at the same time. Because I can. And it might save me a bit of stuff and make me feel not quite so bad. Wow, Jeremy. Wow. I see how it is. There we go. So if I do something like that, perhaps. The only thing that makes me nervous with this particularly is the fact that it has this little tube running through it that might not print too well. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We'll find out. It might not work very well. I might be being overly ambitious. Don't crash. This has happened to me a couple of times. It crashed trying to load supports for this. For this model, actually, for this particularly, for the top of the sodium thing, it didn't like it. Don't know why, but it just didn't. Come on. I think it might. Yeah, might have crashed. Ruh-roh. Oh no. Yeah, didn't like that very much. Okay, we'll do them one at a time. Damn it, that's so frustrating that it's not going to let me. I mean, it probably would have let me, but... That looks so weird. I'm curious to know, will it tell me if it's out of the... Oh, it does. Okay. Oh, so there's loads of room. There's plenty of room. What was I worried about? There's absolutely loads of room. Ugh, no, wait, what? Why is that adding zeros? No. There we go. All right, let's just try adding a platform to this. There we go. Oh my god, that is a horrendous, not waste, but certainly far too much support structure for what it is, but it does need it annoyingly. What I don't get is though, what I don't understand about this, I've only really seen it with this 3D printer as well. It does, like this software particularly, it does strange stuff, right? Like this side looks absolutely fine. Like it's all supported as it should be, doing what it should do. But then like for no reason, it just leaves off like this bit. Like that should be on this basin-y thing as well. Like that should all just be included. But it doesn't always do it. And I don't really understand why. Let's try again. It's done the same thing. Right, let me move you up a little bit. Wait, is raft thickness? That's probably why. 1.5. I mean, that's still not ideal, is it really? I mean, it will print it. But I'm just not overly happy about how it's choosing to do it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's. There's one way to find out. There's one way to find out. Let me configure it. Forgot that would come up. It's fine. Right, GPU backplate. Actually, that's fine. I can just save it like that. So it's slicing it now, turning it into lots and lots of little 2D layers. And we should be good. So, as a question, how much has this melted your guys' brains this evening? And has it been interesting? Firstly, well, so, yeah. Firstly, has it been interesting? Has it been something you guys have enjoyed? One thing that has been nice is seeing a couple of faces over here that I wasn't sure that I would see, like a surprise visit from Eggsy. That was nice. And just generally, it's actually been really nice to see a lot of you guys coming over this way. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Here we go. Right, that's what it should have done. Oh my good god, it's going to take 6 hours. Need to get it printed pretty soon then. Get it printing overnight. There you go. You can see it's madness. It's like a bunch of little ants. It looks weird. I'm seeing it kind of grow and exist as a thing. That line that's moving across it is the backplate. Everything else is merely the additions that are needed for it. I could open what's going on. So this is the thing. This is okay. So that's interesting to know. Like I say, that's partly why I'm doing it. Because I want to show you guys how you can do all this kind of stuff, and it's a thing. It's there. All this stuff is out there. It's just finding it. And like I say, if you don't know how you do something, you find out, right? And like I say, I want to show that because not everyone knows the questions to ask. Not everyone is comfortable asking the questions or finding out necessarily. And if I can help guide anyone, that's fair. And I can just talk about a topic and talk with you guys while doing stuff that I would be doing otherwise. So if it's melting your brains, I apologize. And like I say, I'm gonna I do genuinely mean I encourage questions. I really, really do. I know we've had this conversation already tonight, but no stupid questions apart from the square root of a frog. That is a dumb question, but we've been through this. Remember either way, but it wasn't too strange. Interesting though. Interesting it was though. I like that. We've got a bit of Yoda-ness. I love that. Bob was like, it was really interesting. Is now playing Marvel Avengers. I see you. You never know what's going on, to be fair. Shabs, welcome to my world half the time as well, dude. I don't necessarily know what's going on 90% of the time, but it's not necessarily a bad space to exist in, you know? Sometimes living in a little bubble is not always the worst thing in the world. If you're happy in your own head, like it's fine, right? As long as you're happy in your own head and it's not hurting anybody, like as far as I'm concerned, that's fine. I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. I wanted to do this first. Scooch it up by 2 mil and give it a platform. Remove all those supports. On this up a whisker more. Why? I don't understand this software. It's so weird. Like, that's not helpful where those supports are. The fact that I have to manually add them, but they're not actually going to support that. That's why I did it last time. I remember why. I printed it just like that last time because it was being stupid like that. Can you explain it like you would explain to a 5-year-old? I could try. I could sure as heck do my best. Either way, those are my two doodles. These are the files that are actually going to go on the 3D printer. And I wish I could show you the 3D printer side of things. I actually do. I wish I could show you, but I can't. And like I said, that's taken less time than I thought it would. I say I can't show you. I can't currently because of the way things are in my setup. I'd like to be able to. Never know, in the tech streams we might be able to. Like the further ones when I've got that setup going. Got it, Ash. No worries, dude. No worries. No worries. Enjoy Avengees and enjoy the rest of your evening, my dude. Thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you on Thursday for some gaming content over on Twitch. You never know. Don't know what we're playing. Don't know what we're going to be playing, but we'll be playing something. Yeah. Oh god. I'm fiddling with stuff off screen. I'm playing with these little caps, like unscrewing them so they're on the right side. And it's not ending well because I'm just dropping them. One of them went under the desk and I don't know how far under it went. Give me 2 seconds. Hi. I'm back. From under the table. That wasn't 2 seconds, but that was quite quick though, right? Thought that was quite quick. Kind of quick. Right. We're at a bit of a weird crossroads. What I could do is we could end the stream early and just do a bit of a shorter stream this evening. Or what I could do is continue the chat and the conversation for a bit longer. And we could talk about tech related stuff. Or we could actually change the pace a little bit and perhaps maybe play a game or two, which I know defeats the point in the Tech Tuesday, but we finished the kind of tech stuff for the day, for the stream. So we could potentially move over and maybe do something gaming related. I don't know. Not move to Twitch as it, but like move as in like move over to something on here and play a game. Because I was contemplating maybe doing Minecraft engines. I got an email. I was like, hey, something exciting waits for you. I'm like, what? What was I going to say? Yeah, no, I got sidetracked by an email. Yeah, we were going to, yeah, I could possibly play. It's still technically PC related and it's still tech related, but I thought about maybe doing some PC building simulator, because I've been meaning to play that for such a long time on stream. And hey, like I say, God, I've got such an annoying beard hair tickling my nose. We could do something like that and do it, because it, like I say, it's technically tech related. It's technically a bit of fun, and we could do something to fill the time, or we could finish it early. What do you guys think? What do you guys prefer as an option? I will leave it down to you. Going into the slight darkness. I say, well, there is the option. I could set the 3D print going, but I can't show you it going, if that makes sense. We can still chat for a bit. Although, actually, no, I can't anyway. Because I need to print some stuff off for work first. Although I know that's a quick 3D print. I could maybe get that printing now. I'll tell you what I might do, if you're all right, Jeremy, if you're happy to stay for a little bit longer, obviously I don't want to keep you, but if you're happy to stay until the next hour, so like for me 11, for you midnight, or is that too late? Because I might finish at 11, so we could stay here and chat for a little bit, and I can start the setup for some 3D prints and stuff and answer questions if you have any. Or do that and then finish a little earlier, or we could finish now. Like I say, I really don't have a plan. I genuinely wasn't expecting this to take or be as quick as it was. If that makes sense. I genuinely didn't think I was going to be done this quickly. I have surprised myself with the speed of this. I'm not fully sure where to go. But it's, as I say, it's entirely down to what you guys would like to do. I am happy either way. I've enjoyed the stream tonight over on the YouTubes, and like I say again, one thing I haven't said, I haven't done the YouTuber thing because I'm not used to it, or the YouTube streaming side of things. But guys, thank you for thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. If you have come in and you're new, welcome, hi. And if you have enjoyed the content, of course, and you haven't already dropped a cheeky sub to the channel, it is free, and I'll be doing these streams hopefully at least one. Well, I say at least, hopefully once every week. So there'll be every Tuesday, there'll be some form of tech stream content on here in some way, shape or form. If you haven't already subscribed to my Twitch channel though, it is linked in the channel stuff. So I don't know where it is. It's not down in the description of this stream, but it is on my channel. So you guys can find it on there. But it's been interesting. It's been an interesting experience doing this for the first time. The amount of bots has been quite astronomical as well. Speaking of, I'll survive until the next hour. I appreciate that, Jamie. Like I say, if you're happy to keep going for this, then I do very much appreciate it. But if you do need to head off, please don't feel like you have to stay. I don't want to force you. I do not want to force you. That is not my intentions. Buy indeed, bot. Get out. Get. Go on, get. I'm so confused by how to find. There it is, YouTube Studio. That's what I'm after. I'm just curious to look at the behind the scenes stuff. I'm curious to see what's been happening. Every time YouTube, everything in YouTube chat feels delayed, even when I post a message. Really? How weird. It's like, it's happening like instantly for me. How strange. Didn't know that was a thing that it could do that. Like, I'd like to say in terms of it. No, for me, the second you type, it shows. I mean, I don't know what the delay is like comparative to what you guys see, but I certainly see. I certainly see you message immediately as a mod before you appear as a normal user. Like, type something again, and I'll double check. I'm looking at chat now, so if you type something again, I will be able to see. Like I say, every time I've looked over and I've seen the new message pop in, it's been as a mod straight away. For me, you're a moderator straight away. You are a moderator straight away. I've also just realized I can actually, you know, that whole thing of like going into the thing and adding adding the person's channel as a moderator. If I just click three dots, there is literally a tab that just says add moderator in those settings for me anyway. I don't know about for you, Jeremy, but for me there is. Like if you click on Bob's name on the three dots, you might be able to mod him. I don't think you'd be able to because if a moderator could add mods, that would be chaos. That would be utter carnage. Utter carnage. You obviously can't add mods. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That does make sense. You can ban him but not mod him. That's not a bad thing if you can ban him. That might be necessary at some point. I mean, it wouldn't be for Bob. Hopefully. Who knows? Who knows? Certainly don't want to poke the bear though. Don't want to ban him by accident. sure it wouldn't be hard to unmod him, to unban him again. But you never know. You never know. Yes, my finger slipped and happened to put you into oblivion. I'm sorry. Hopefully that didn't come down through the mic. That was a very slurpy sip. Apologies if it did. It was better though. I was very dehydrated earlier today. I left my bottle of water at home and didn't take it into work. It was a bad idea. Don't do that. Stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can show you guys in this process. I could have it as a break. No. I mean, we're kind of past that point. I was going to say what I could do was show you where I got this backplate from. This GPU block from. I don't even know if I'll be able to find it again, to be honest with you. This is the thing with the low profile graphics cards like this. The low profile water cooling blocks are very hard to come by, because as much as you said I was belittling the GPU on it, kind of is to a degree, but a water block for this kind of graphics card, it's not pointless, but there's also not necessarily a reason to do it. Like, the returns you will get for doing this are probably very limited. So, like, the actual point of it is low. But it's one of those, because you can, because it exists, I wanted to do it. So, take that as you will. Playing a cup for yes. Well, wait, who makes this again? I struggle to say the name. Is it Bixky? I don't know how you would say this, but it's spelled BYKSKI. BY. Actually, here you go. This was. I'll see if I can find it. The original water block I planned to use was not one for this graphics card. It was actually originally for a GTX 1050, and the only place it seemed to exist was on AliExpress. What was it? 10. How do you spell it again? BY Bixky 1050. So it was not any of those ones. It was a very small little one, again, much like this. This is what I mean. Like, it's hard to find these things because they're like, firstly, you have to find it on AliExpress, which makes life considerably harder. Let me try and find the one that I actually have. A-WX 4100-X. There it is. So that's obviously the one I have. You might not even be able to buy that now, because the dumb thing is I have found a person selling these before. It wasn't these people, I don't think. But it it very much seems to be a thing that they just disappear. So you might not be able to find these, because I ordered, well, like I say, I ordered one of these first and it got cancelled because they just said they didn't have stock anymore, even though I ordered it. They just cancelled it. I went for the no RGB LED for some reason, because you can get LEDs on it, and like I said, the LEDs would normally go in this channel that's along the bottom of it there, that groove. That's where the LEDs would go, but I chose not to have them because I don't really know why, actually. I just chose not to have RGB. But you can get it in RGB. I could probably buy a little strip and put it in there if I really wanted. I'm not going to, but I could. But like I say, in terms of finding the other one, I mean, you saw like how that turned up immediately, but this 1050 Ti water block one, I'm scared of going on image searches because there it is. Because Google Images, but this was the one I originally wanted. So it wouldn't have been a particularly powerful, again, a particularly powerful graphics card. But it was for a 1050 Ti. And that's what it looked like for the 1050 Ti. Again, it's a very small GPU and a very small water block to go along with it. But I just thought it was funny that you can get these things. And that was, see, look, that one came with a backplate. That one came with an acrylic backplate to screw onto it, but mine didn't. And you can see it, it just doesn't come with one. You just get the block. Who knows? Maybe this card just doesn't have a backplate. It doesn't need one. But to me, it feels like it should have one, because it makes me uncomfortable seeing that just exposed guts of a GPU. It's probably fine, but you don't want to take that risk, you know? You just don't want to take that risk. The one that I was really hoping to find was this. This was a water block made as a concept piece by EK. And the person that this thing saying, why is this fake? Technically, it's not fake. They made it. But they just never then, after they made the original design concept like this, they then never made it to be batch produced afterwards. So they did make it. They just then didn't ever produce them at volume for you to be able to buy. They just made one as a proof of concept, and then they never made any more. Which is really annoying because I really like it. And it would have been really good. But because the way the world is, and the fact that most of these GPUs never need water cooling because the fan is more than ample for them is kind of the reason why it never gets done. The kind of why people don't ever buy these things. I was shocked that this even existed, especially this one for the Radeon Pro series. Like I didn't even know this card existed until I found this block for it. So I mean, take that as you will as well. But it's quite funny. I just love that it exists. I love that it's a thing. I just love small technology. The more you come to know me, the more you'll realize I just love small bits of tech. I'm just fascinated by small technology in all its forms. It's just fun. Things like this are more. It's just more entertaining for me. I think your GPU isn't exposed back. Oh, really? Interesting. I know mine doesn't. I have my GPU that's in my system is one of these. I think you will know this by now. This is true. This is very true. If you didn't know this about me by now, you do now. I like small tech. Once the page loads. This is the GPU I have. I have this one, but in white. That one. Oh, well, not that. This one. The non-super version of it. It's close enough. You get the idea. That's essentially my GPU. But it has... Is it going to show the back? Probably not. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's what mine looks like on the back. Yeah, it does actually look like that as well. Except, as I say, mine doesn't have... What does it? No, it doesn't have that. Damn, I was just like, wait, I can SLI my card? But I can't do that. But the Super does. Super does have it. But I have a white backplate on mine, which looks very nice. It's a good GPU, this one, actually, to be fair. It is quite good. Oh, I know what I could have done. Actually, no. Do you know what? I'm going to do that for the next tech stream, for the next Tech Tuesday. What I'll do for then, unless you guys badger me before that and ask me to do it before then, I plus it allows me to make sure I know what I can and can't talk about, the ins and outs of it. I might be able to talk to you guys a bit more about the New World mod and how I did some of the stuff in that and show you some of the designs and such for that, because I've been told I'm allowed to talk about it. Obviously not too much, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to talk and certainly show you guys the files and show you guys the CAD design. But I say I will triple check, because I know that was probably, I say was probably the biggest thing I've ever built. It literally is. It is very much the biggest PC I ever built and designed. So I'm more than happy to talk about that and show it off to you guys and show you some of the CAD that was behind it, because it took a very long time. It was a good one. So like I say, that could be one to start off with next Tuesday maybe, or finish with maybe. Finish might be better. So I can we could do the original task we set out to do for the stream. I'm trying to think what the original task will be next week. Then we can go from there. Like I say, I think what I am going to do though for this backplate, I think I'm going to 3D print the backplate for it tonight. After I've done some of the parts for work, which I will do once the stream is finished. So I'll 3D print those little bits that I need to do, and then I'll 3D print the backplate, and I will actually post the results on Twitter and do it then as a thing, just to show you guys the finished product. Because the thing that I'm actually going to do as well for this backplate, which I think will accidentally, it was an accident, but it will look quite cool, is I have clear resin that's in my 3D printer at the moment, so it'll have a clear plastic backplate to it, so you'll still be able to see all the gubbins behind it, but it's going to be clear, which should look quite cool. I hope it will look cool. I don't know. Soon find out. Could look rubbish, but it could look amazing at the same time. So yeah, I think it could look funky. Like I say, the main purpose of the backplate is just to protect everything. So I'm not worried if it ends up looking a bit weird. I can work around that. I can certainly work around that. If it fits, this is true. It might not fit. It might be horribly off. It might be horribly wonky. You never know. It might be horribly out. But again, that's what prototyping is for. At the end of the day, that's what it is all for. Unfortunately, the idea of 3D printing being a rapid prototyping process, it is still technically called rapid prototyping, and it is much quicker than if you were to do it by hand or make it in other means, but it's still not quick. As you saw, it's going to take 6 hours. So I don't even know if it's going to fit until tomorrow morning at the very earliest. Yeah, like I say, I might not know for even longer than that if it's going to fit. We'll soon find out. But yeah, I think given that we are at about 5:02, I think we should call it there. We'll call it a night for now, and we can come back next Tuesday on the YouTubes anyway. And like I say, it's been an interesting experiment to come live on YouTube. I know it's a place where not many of you guys will know that this channel even exists, and I completely get that, because it was one of those things where it didn't really exist until the other day. I mean, it existed, but it was never for streaming or for making content on. I just had it as a personal YouTube channel that I used to watch funny videos and spend my time doing whatever. Like it was never meant for this, but now it's the thing that I'm going to be using it for, and making content. So hopefully we'll see more of you guys coming over, and we'll do more stuff. And like I say, I think what I might even do is, whilst it's 3D printing, is I might try and make a quick YouTube short as well, and we'll see how that goes. Never done it before. It'll be an interesting experience to learn. I don't know. I might not do that. I don't know. I'd like to think I'll do it, but I might get stuck into 3D printing it. Yeah, I don't really know how it works, because I've seen it as, like, for me it's been reporting as one person watching it when there's been like 3 of you chatting. So I don't really know how that works. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's a strange thing. I don't really know how it reports. But like I say, for me, certainly, I know it. I know it hasn't necessarily been fully accurate. I don't think, unless it counts things in a way similar to how Twitch does, where it like shows, or only shows people like active in chat. Like it might not show people that are lurking. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like it could be a thing. Could be a thing. Anyway, though, either way, all the same. I feel like I've got to do the YouTuber outro as well. So thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure and hanging out, of course. If you are watching the VOD afterwards, of course, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching the VOD, certainly. And if you have enjoyed it, you could drop a cheeky little sub down below on the video as well if you want to see the next one on Tuesday. And also, if you want to check out my Twitch channel, the link is also in the channel description. I think you can click on it if you go on there. It's not down in the stream description because I did this too quickly and forgot to do it. But I now lesson learned. I'm aware that I can do it, and I might do that next time. But as I say, it can be do all the things like Jeremy said in the chat. Like, subscribe, turn on all the notifications, click the little bell. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it means you get to see all the weird progression of this crazy little machine that's going to eventually be built from the end of it, and come on the journey with a wonderful bunch of people like yourselves. But like I say, it's all fun and games until the end of the stream, which is right now. But like I say, if you have enjoyed at least myself, not necessarily the tech content in general, who knows? Come check us out on Twitch on Thursday. If not, I'll see you all next week. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all wholeheartedly. You're all very wonderful. Stay safe, stay wonderful, and stay awesome. Love you all very dearly. And goodbye. 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 Bye.